Hola, mis amigos, soy Dora Triumph. And I'm a housewife who just loves to cook. I used to live in a beautiful house that was owned by my parents-in-law. Aside from cooking, I was in charge of cleaning for the whole family. My father-in-law already passed when my husband was in middle school. And my mother-in-law is a serious round-the-world traveler. So it's only natural that I do everything around the house and take care of everyone. And by everyone, meaning my husband Keith, and his sister who is a junior year in high school, Cynthia. And let me tell you, me and Cynthia are like water and oil. Any chance she got, she would belittle me for my, quote, ridiculous choice of fashion, my introverted personality, and for being a major reminder of the main protagonist of her least favorite show from Nick Jr. And she would often compare herself to me. And as for my little Keithy Poo.
Yo Dora.
¿Qué pasa, mi amor?
Today's lunch was. I give it a 40%.
Another F?
That's right, another F. I want you to put a little more effort in the meals you prepare for the family.
¿Qué quieres decir, Keith?
Well, first off, whatever it is you made, tasted just as bad as it looks, if not more. And the taste is just as mediocre as the smell. And there's little to no variety, you always make the same thing. You're jobless, so can't you try to improve your cooking skills?
Jesucristo. I was shocked because of Keith's sudden criticism for my cooking. I never knew he felt that way. Cynthia overheard us and decided to put her 2 cents in.
Keith, you're being too nice to her again. I say today's lunch is at 10% at best.
She then showed me the dim sums that I made for her, which she barely ate.
Have you any idea how embarrassing it was for me to carry that trash to school?
The lunches I prepared for them were composed of the healthy delicacies, broccoli, carrots, and mashed potatoes, including the dim sums. I guess for the 16-year-old queen bee like Cynthia, the appearance of what I prepared lacked color. Lo lamento, Cynthia. I promise I'll make something a bit more decent for you and Keith in the future. Something a bit more colorful and beautiful.
As you should be, but we'll be nice and forgive you this once.
Saying that, the brother-sister pair threw their lunches away. Okay, now you guys are just wasting food. I knew that the lunch menu that I made isn't very tasty, but all that I prepared was healthy. But I was baffled that neither Keith nor Cynthia cared. And I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning to make everything for them. The least he could have done is to take my side over his sister's for once.
If you want us to keep living happily ever after, then I suggest you not embarrass Cynthia in front of her friend's circle again, capiche?
Yeah. I woke up much earlier than usual to prepare the siblings' meals. I added variety to Keith's lunch, and used colorful ingredients to make Cynthia's lunch more delicious. Buenos dias, Keith and Cynthia. I hope you'll enjoy today's lunches. I put all my heart and soul into these.
Alright, thanks. I'm in a big hurry, so I'm leaving now.
And I'm coming with.
Those two didn't bother to thank me for going all this way to make lunch for them. They just up and left. When Keith and Cynthia got back, they showed me their lunch boxes.
Congratulations, Dora, you just earned yourself a 20%.
And a 0% on mine.
Saying that, they threw their untouched lunches away. What the hell are you guys doing?
Well, what do you expect? Your cooking sucks. There is less color than yesterday, and the nutritional balance is much worse, so there's no way I'm opening that lunchbox without embarrassing myself in front of my colleagues and my boss.
Neither do I. I'm 16 years old, for crying out loud. A junior in freaking high school. That stupid lunch you prepared for me is for babies.
Lo lamento, Cynthia. I thought that you love hot dog bits, and the animal sushi platter is kind of cute.
Like, wow, you're a housewife and yet you stink at cooking. You should take lessons from Jordan Lansey, the greatest chef of all time. The only ability you got is making ramen noodles.
Wait, you mean the instant noodles I used to make for you? It's just pouring hot water into the container.
The same girl, the same.
Well, anyone can do that. It's not real cooking.
Okay, rodent. You're nerdy as all hell, so I was assuming that you could at least cook a decent meal, but no ho ho. What's the point of you staying home when you couldn't do jack for this family?
Stop making fun of me, Cynthia. They may think I'm a nerd, but enough with the stereotypes already.
Ugh. Whatever. But this is your last warning.
Yeah, you'd better improve yourself quickly.
Don't have to tell me twice.
You know, that's the least you could do for us. You're just a homebody, and yet I'm starting to regret marrying you in the first place.
Come on, bro. Let's bounce.
Well, I promised them to make something better for them next time. I mean, come on, I was only trying to help, but if they don't care for my efforts, then what's the use of trying? I looked down at the meals they threw away and figured that's the last straw. If they think they're going to bully me any longer, they best think again. One time during one of my rare breaks, I was drinking my coffee while thinking of ideas to punish Keith and Cynthia, when...
Howdy. You must be Dora Triumph Herbal, Keith's wife and Cynthia's sister-in-law, right?
A kind woman and teen girl approached me, and it turned out to be Keith's boss's second wife Tatiana Barron, and stepdaughter Ingrid Barron, who was also one of her friends from school. Tanner, my husband's boss, had previously organized a company barbecue by the beach, where I met the Barron family. And I remembered how kind she was, especially to me.
It's been a while, Mrs. Herbal. How have you been?
To be honest, not that great. Keith and Cynthia have been a pain in my hoo-hoo. They insult my cooking whenever they get the chance, and they usually refuse to eat the lunch boxes I make for them.
What the actual duck is wrong with those crazy people? We remember your vanilla bean cake and your shrimp tempura rolls from the company barbecue. They were both scrumptious, like MasterChef meets Hell's Kitchen, and Next Level Chef scrumptious.
Thanks a lot for the kind words, ladies. But because of those ungrateful pigs, my culinary confidence is dead. I just don't know what to do with them anymore.
Shh! There, Mrs. Herbal, we have just the idea to pay them back for the couple of years of tyranny.
Things have gone on like this for 10 days, and when I gave Cynthia and Keith their lunch boxes again.
Dorkra, what did we say about preparing us these kind of lunch boxes?
Yeah. We told you that from now on, you would give us money to buy our lunches.
I tried my best to make delicious meals for you guys, so I hope you enjoy them for once. Saying that, Keith and Cynthia just glared daggers me.
Ugh. Whatever, girl. It'll likely end up in the trash anyways.
Then they vanished. Later that evening, the pair came home in their usually foul moods.
Idiot, 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 idiot. How dare you lie to us about our lunch boxes being delicious? It's disgusting, it's repulsive, it's even worse than mediocre. You should be ashamed of yourself for feeding us such poison.
Yeah, I cannot believe you fed us such garbage, moronic liar. So just hurry up, stop this, and give us the lunch money that we specifically requested. We already threw those nasty lunches in the trash on the way home.
Do you understand now? Your cooking sucks. Just give up and fork over the cash. And don't you even dare give me the "there isn't enough money for the both of us" bull crap, because I'm just gonna force you to get a job to make up for the money we need for food.
That's right, dingus. Smile all you want, 'cause it'll be turned upside down by the time we're through with you.
On the contrary, you guys will be the ones frowning in the end.
That's when they realize we got guests.
Wait, what are you and your family doing in our house?
Those nasty, poisonous lunches you threw away earlier were actually made by me and Ingrid.
They're
yours?
Cynthia tried to hurriedly go outside to fish out the lunch boxes.
No need to do that, girl.
Yes, Cynthia and Ingrid are not only best friends, but they run their school together.
Wait up, sweetheart. Don't get the wrong idea. If I have known you and your stepmom had made this, we would have happily guzzled it down with no problems.
As if it matters anyways, you teenage Karen. I can't believe this is literally the billionth time you threw away food that other people toiled away for you. That's it, consider our friendship over. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the van. I just can't believe I'm BFFs with a literal mean girl for the past 12 years.
No. Ingrid, wait. You're like the little sister I never get to have. Honest.
Now that we have that out of the way, I think this is the perfect time to discuss our fate.
Yeah. We heard everything from Tatiana. You want to know the reason why your pay was cut into less than half lately? We found out about your inappropriate extramarital affair with our receptionist, Sharpay Tsunami. Whether you're at the office or not.
I was obviously taken aback by this.
I hate having to tell you all this crucial information under the circumstances, Mrs. Herbal, but we feel like you have to know this.
Mr. Herbal, you uncultured creature.
We ought to kick your sorry hide for what you've done.
BTW, I've heard about the stupid lunchbox debacle. Not that you didn't eat the meals that your wife busted her chops for you because it tastes disgusting.
So that means, he just wanted to break me down and make himself feel like a big shot. And as for Cynthia, she decided to join him on the bandwagon because she just detests me and I was just fun for her to bully.
Like wow. You and Cynthia are one insecure brother-sister duo.
And you guys are attempting to exploit her for lunch money? Jesus dude, what's with you?
All those beautiful meals Dora made for the beach party were extraordinarily scrumptious. So we all knew for a fact that there's no way they could taste so nastily in any way, shape or form, you idiot.
Listen Mrs. Herbal, don't you dare let anyone step on your successes.
Now if you excuse me, we have a daughter/stepdaughter/stepsister to console, thanks to her ex-best friend.
I also found out that even after Keith's affair with Sharpay was unraveled, they still continued their relationship behind everyone's backs. And while he continued their stupid adultery, it became a nuisance for me to pack him anything anymore. And to add salt to the wound, he had already made plans to have lunch in the fancy restaurant with that dumb blonde. Queen Cynthia, on the other hand, is very embarrassed that he had to take a packed lunch to school. In fact, the whole school found out about everything thanks to Ingrid's big mouth. And now her reign of her popularity has come to an end. Heck, she even got beaten up several times per day by stronger girls. Even the boy she had a crush on since she was in 7th grade rejected her with zero care in the world.
Please, Gavin. I just want a chance with you.
And I want a pet unicorn. Guess we're both out of luck, sweetheart. Now if you'll excuse me, I got a date with Ingrid, the new school queen. So long.
Haha. Karma sucks, doesn't it? Mr. Insecure had to say goodbye to his emotional punching bag. And of course, he and his mistress had to pay the penalty. After the divorce, Keith and Sharpay got sacked on the spot.
And it's all your fault, you incompetent fool. I'm through with you.
Apparently, Sharpay blamed everything on Keith and dumped him right there and then. With all that said, my marital hell is officially over, hip hip hooray. It has been several months since all that mess, and with the compensation I got from everyone, I opened my own Chinese and Thai restaurant. Everybody loves my cooking, so business is obviously through the roof. Even Jordan Ramsay, the world's famous chef Cynthia mentioned earlier, has been my regular for quite some time. He made me a co-star in his latest cooking show, offered me a $100 million cookbook deal, and asked me out on a date with him, which I happily obliged. One time, Keith and his mother paid me a visit at my restaurant. At first I thought he finally understood the gravity of his actions towards me and wanted to apologize, but what I got instead was contrary to my expectations.
I am really very truly super duper sorry for the insolence of my ungrateful children, Dora. I heard everything from the barons.
The hell are you apologizing, Mom? It's Dora's fault for ruining me and Cynthia's lives. If it weren't for her, Sharpay and I would have lived that happily ever after I've been longing for. The school wouldn't have been so cruel to Cynthia, and she wouldn't have dropped out and become brattier, and even harder to live with. She would either lock herself in her room, screaming and crying loudly while making a mess of everything, or she would treat me as her 24/7 servant/verbal and physical punching bag. If you feel bad for us, we think apologies will be in order from you.
That's enough. I didn't bring you here to place blame on the owner of this restaurant for your downfalls.
But Mom, you got to listen to me, Dora's the bad guy here.
Shut up. We're going home right now. You and Cynthia are grounded for life.
And with that, Mitzi left the restaurant, dragging Keith by his ears like she did when he was still in school. I honestly can't believe that moron tried to boss me about after all this. 3 seasons of our show, and 50 dates later, we finally tied the knot. I was so happy that I finally met someone new, someone better and more worthy of my time. It's great to get out of that sham of a first marriage of mine, otherwise, I wouldn't have met my current husband. Keith and Cynthia, however, never bothered me again thanks to a restraining order I obtained against them. Tatiana informed me that Mitzi took a break from traveling for a while to rediscipline them. They are now treated as prisoners by Mitzi and are forced to watch our cooking shows every single day.